Careless isn't even talking.
Really, Careless? That was
Oh,
me.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
That bitch Eerie
Okay.
talking. Shut
Oh,
up.
you think Peanut sounds like Careless? What the hell? Okay. Anyways, all right. I think we're ready. All right, guys. No more talking besides me, Careless, the mod, and the judge. Okay. All right. Cool. Capiche. Tiki funk. So, Careless, do you understand the proposition and my view?
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, so what is your view again?
My view is more realism, but I'm taking it in like a redact sense. So basically, we could say like the definition of my moral realism position is going to be there's at least one moral proposition that stands independently true.
Where do you think a moral proposition is?
A moral proposition is anything that has, we could say like for the argument or like for my view, we could say anything with normative content within it.
Anything with normative content within it?
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about within its consequence. Sorry, like
So
a
there's just
proposition that.
propositions pertaining to normativity or normative content.
Well, we could say that, but I want to be a little more specific. It's going to be a proposition that embeds normative content in the consequent.
So it embeds it. So it includes it.
Yeah, it has normative content in the consequent.
Yeah.
So there's a proposition that has normative content
In the consequent.
in the consequent.
Yes, sir.
What does that mean?
What does what mean?
In the consequent, what does that mean?
A consequent is what's being followed by the P, right? So Q would be the consequent, for example. That's kind of what I'm saying. P is going to be any proposition. Unless you're saying for the argument, the argument would be P. Ethical intuitionism
Why
is
is it the
true.
case that moral propositions exist?
What's your kind of existence?
You think that's required to request like the information?
Well, I don't really know what you're saying, sir. That's why I'm asking you. What do you think? What do you think existence is?
Like, well, I guess
Because
you say existence.
I'm agnostic on existence. Yes, sir.
Like, I guess within this context, you could say something that corresponds to our world.
Wait, so it exists if it corresponds to our world?
Sure.
Okay, that's fine. So I mean, then under the definition, like, I don't really see why we should accept this, but under that definition,
an erroneous definition, so we can accept it, and it's present with him.
I never said we can't accept it. Sure. I'm saying like why we should accept it.
Yeah, I'm saying we should in terms of it being more probable or preferable.
Wait, Karish, I have a question. If two definitions are non-erroneous, right, but they're contradicting, right, would you say that we accept both?
No.
Okay, so again, why should we accept the definition?
Well, the only reason I'm saying no is because I don't know how you're sounding off on existence.
Oh, sure. We could say an existence would be anything that would be conceptual or anything that we can we can also use your definition, but I also want to add the conceptualness, right?
No.
Because I don't really know what unless you're saying like correspondence wouldn't conceptual would just be anything that we can have within our mind, right? So for example, like we could say logic will be something conceptual, okay?
Okay. Well,
because logic will be in your mind.
You can say many different conceptual things exist. You can even have an account of like quantifier variance you're using to talk about the existence.
I just want to clarify, guys, I'm not freaking Flo. Okay, I'd be talking like 10 times faster.
Focus on the debate. Focus on the debate, go.
No, you're right. I'm sorry.
Like Flo.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so.
Yeah, you can have.
Yeah.
You can, under my view or the model of existence I presented, you can see conceptual thing existence. So it doesn't seem like your definition.
Yeah, conceptual things do exist. Okay, so, wait, are you at? Okay, so your original question was, why is this proposition going to be the type of thing that exists, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I never really affirmed that.
You have to.
I was kind of entertaining you.
You kind of have to. You have to say.
Wait. What if but just to be clear, right? I never really affirmed that. So that question doesn't really like fine. Okay.
You kind of are. It's embedded into what you were saying before.
Wait, where?
Yeah, because you're saying that there's a proposition that then talks about moral realism, or this relaxed realism.
No, I never said the proposition talks about relaxed realism.
Well, no, it talks about the justification surrounding it.
I wouldn't say that really either.
Okay,
it could be a completely different proposition.
Okay, anything that you were employing then, like you have to agree it exists, then it can't be employed then because you're not employing.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to let you know that I never said it exists, but yeah, sure, we could say that. Look, it's going to be the case that it's conceptual, right? I think propositions are conceptual.
That
Yeah.
why does that mean it exists? Like that's begging the
You
question.
just wait. You already signed
Because
off on.
being
Wait, sir. You
no, no,
signed
no, I know
off.
I signed off on existence. Conceptual things can exist even per my
Oh,
model.
okay,
But
sure.
I'm only
So
asking you, why is
yeah,
it the
yeah.
case that the concepts you're employing exist? That's the begging the question.
Wait, the concept that I'm wait, sir, I hope you realize when I say conceptual, I'm saying things that are concepts, right? So when you ask me why
Yeah,
do
concepts
concepts exist,
also
you're
can
asking me
exist.
why are concepts conceptual?
No, are you retarded?
No,
Yo,
not really.
hey,
I
Look,
wouldn't say
look,
so, but look,
we can
can
just
you
be
engage in a
conceptual.
discussion,
Yeah, yeah,
please?
yeah. We can just
Like
be conceptual.
this existence talk,
We can just
right,
be
is not
conceptual
really
eliminativists.
relevant to my
We
P1
could just be
because
conceptual eliminativists and
okay,
just eliminate all the concepts you're using, but be hardwired in thinking there are any
okay,
concepts at all.
we could be, but do you have an
Yeah,
argument in
I know
favor
that's
for
your
it?
position. It's an
Do
objection.
you
You
have
can't respond
wait.
to it. And
It's
why is it the
wait, you're
case that we?
talking about
Why is it the
possibilities is an
case?
objection
Why is it the
to my view?
case? Yeah, given this model has a non-zero probability.
Wait, I just have a question though. Can you tell
Did you hear a
me,
response
right?
to what I said?
Wait, what? Wait, just to be clear, I think I already gave you like an adequate response. I'm not
No,
really
you
saying that,
didn't. Look,
look, this isn't the type
so
of thing.
what conceptual
I want you
eliminativism
to talk
says
about the
is
substance
that
here,
we're
right? Talking about
hardwired
this,
into
like,
believing
what
that.
does this proposition exist, right? I don't really like feel like entertaining that. I really wanted to go
Okay,
against
so
my
if you can't
argument.
justify why the proposition exists or justification exists,
I
no,
already
you
did
didn't
though,
justify
sure,
it.
sure.
No,
I
you didn't.
already did.
Wait, can you
Uh,
justify that? Wait, can you justify the
justify
reasons you
what?
gave for the? Wait, can
What's
you
your kind of
justify?
justification?
Do you think that's required to request for the information
Well, I don't know
concerning the
what you're
other
talking
types of
about, sir.
propositions you were
I don't
making
know what you're
before?
talking about.
Okay, yeah, sure. Anything that you want to sign off as being good reasons to accept the belief or it becomes true.
Okay, cool. And this belief that you're referencing is what?
Anything you were employing to justify the concepts you were using.
Okay, anything I take to be a good reason is going to be a good reason for believing in this?
It's not what I said.
Wait, that's not what you said? Okay, can you clarify what you said then, sir?
I said that you having good reasons to accept the belief would just be what of those reasons. Now,
No, you said
good
anything I take the
reasons,
good reasons to be, sir.
good reasons is just saying that the belief we have reason to believe the belief is true. Insofar as where it motivates us to believe the reason is true. You have
Sure.
good
I
reasons
want,
in many
honestly,
different
sure. I want you to go against my
justificatory models.
P1, sir. Asking me if my proposition exists is not really going to be the case. That look, it's
It
not really
is. It
going to
goes
be.
against your argument.
Wait. Just to be clear, right?
Why is it
When
the
you
case
say
that we take
what,
it?
I don't
Why
even
is it the case
wait.
that the
What?
concepts you're referring to exist?
Why educate to the concept? Look, because you already signed off on the account of concepts being, or sorry, the kind of existence being things that are either conceptual or corresponding to reality, right?
No,
And
I'm saying that them
you said that.
corresponding to reality. No,
Sure.
that's not what I
No,
said.
you agreed
No,
that.
I said that
Look, you
them
agreed that
corresponding to
conceptual
reality,
things are going to be the types of things
bro.
that exist. Sure. You
I
agreed
think
that.
that conceptual things under my model can still correspond to reality. It was just right. You were just talking about different domains of
No, that's
reality.
not what you said originally, though.
That is what I
That's
said.
not that, sir. That's no, that's not at all what you said, sure.
Then
But we
you're
have no
probably
way.
retarded.
Okay, that's fine. I can be, and you still didn't say that.
Yeah,
So, sir, I still want you to go
look.
against my
Can
premise.
you justify why I didn't say that?
Yeah. What that, sir? Again, I don't even know what you meant by justification because you changed up your definition twice.
Yeah. So,
So
do you have
I
good
want
reasons
one.
for believing that? Do you have good reasons for
What
holding
makes a
that belief?
reason good, sir?
You retarded.
That I don't know. A good reason is. Are you
Look,
retarded? I
look.
don't
So
know what
when
that
you're
means, sir.
suspending judgment on beliefs and you hold the belief to be true, we assume you have good reasons that motivates you into believing
I don't know
that the
what that
belief is
means.
true.
Look. I'll
Look, when
be
you
as good
have good
faith as I
reasons,
can
you
be.
want to say
Sure,
you
sure,
want to
sure.
say the good. Can you chill out?
I'm chill. I actually just lowered my
Yeah,
octave,
look. When you say you want to
and
have
lowered
good
my cordial.
reasons, when you say I have good reasons for this belief, you just mean to say I have reasons which are theoretically motivating, practical in accordance to the proposition or the belief I'm having, or
I
just
really
all
don't
fascinating
think
beliefs you
that
have.
I don't
In
even
this
know what you
case,
mean. Yeah. Actually, I'll let you go on. Sorry.
in this case, you can have a criterion on justification that says good reasons which are theoretically motivating, non-erroneous to the belief, and motivates it. You can also have good reasons for not accepting a belief.
Okay, let me just get this clear. Right, your account of existence is what?
Okay, I literally just told you it.
No, but you also told me that conceptual. You already agreed to conceptual things, but now you're saying you don't. So
Look,
I
when
want
I
to get
sign
this
off on
clear.
existence, it's like a self-perpetuating status that's inferred from you already
Sure.
existing.
What does that even mean? Like, sure. Can you tell
It
me
means
what a
to say that if you,
self-perpetuating status
yeah,
is?
yeah. So like it's like when you assume something exists, we assume that it has existence, right? So it's part of
What?
existence.
Wait, when you assume something exists, you assume it has existence?
Yes, when you say something exists, you say it's in correspondence. When you say something has existence, you're referencing its status.
That's not really what I always mean.
So for any and all
Correspondence.
things that exist, we
Okay.
assume that they have existence. Are you
So
understanding
wait,
what
I
I'm
just want to
saying?
get this clear. Your contention with P1 is why does your proposition exist?
Yes.
Okay, and then your account of existence was what? I want to get this clear. So
Something
for the
that
rec.
corresponds to reality.
Okay, and your motivation for that was what?
My motivation for why does okay, sure, because I have scope.
Because it has scope.
Yeah, it's
What do you
seen
mean? What
with
do you mean
many,
by scope here?
it's seen within many different fields of inquiry for us to accept this model, so it
Wait,
have higher
yeah, like
explanatory
one,
power.
like what?
Like metaethics, the topic we're discussing right now.
Yeah, you said
Like
many different
theism,
fields. I was looking for like at
theism.
least like okay. So your take of your kind of existence is gonna be within theism. Can you show me a paper for that or like any sort of
A
like
paper
talk?
isn't required.
I never said it was required. That's why I gave you like another option,
It's
sure.
saying
But I
that
also
we're
these like
deriving the
subtopics.
inference.
Look,
We're
look these
deriving the inference
subtopics.
that
Look,
the
sir.
reasons for
Okay.
why we can make the inference that it's not erroneous and it's more virtuous than other models is because literally all what the other like rivaling theories talk about is already included within the model I'm using.
Wait, I have
So
a question.
if it has scope, then you wouldn't have to make any like extracurricular assumptions, and it would already be included within my model.
Wait,
Understand
I
what
have
I'm
a
saying?
question. I have a question.
Wait,
Look,
can you
I don't.
justify you have a
You,
question?
look again. I don't really see how that's really relevant, right? To
Yeah, it's
my
relevant because you tried to ask me a question, which
No, I'm talking
presupposes
about to
you
my
have a question
argument,
at all.
right? Asking me, can I? You're like doing this
Wait, can
like
you
burden
justify
spam.
why you have an
Wait, just to
argument?
be clear, you're doing that burden spam thingy where I saw
Wait,
like
can you
RCU against
justify why you have
Hilo,
an
and
argument?
I don't think it really makes you look good when you do that burden spam against things
Yeah,
that I
so
mean,
why is
look,
it the
I don't
case you
even
have an
have to have a
argument?
question.
Can you justify why you have an argument?
Look, yeah, because you would fulfill my argumentation theory.
Wait, can you justify that you have an argument though? For you to have
Yeah,
argumentation
I
theories.
yeah. Wait. Just to be clear, your question was, can you justify why you have an argument under what? What
Yeah.
was your question? You just repeat
Why
the
is it the
same question.
case
Yeah,
that
you answer.
yeah, why is it the case that argumentation theories exist per what you're employing? And why is it the case you have an argument?
Wait, just to be clear, I already answered that second one. So the reason why, look,
Wait, can you justify why
argument.
the answer was sufficient?
I mean, yeah, because it seemed to be the case that there's no room for like some sort of clarity or other like question that could relate to my answer, right? So again,
Wait, can you
right, I
that's
want
begging the
to
question.
actually, I
Wait, can
would
you
love to
justify
get
that?
into the substance, but I
Wait,
don't know
wait, can
why
you
you're like,
justify that?
sir,
Wait,
sir,
can
sir,
you
sir, sir.
justify
Wait,
that?
wait, I'm not done talking. Honestly, you've
Why
been
is it the
really
case the
bad
reasons
faith.
you're giving to the
Sir, you've been
proposition
really
is
bad faith
liable
this
or
whole time,
invalid?
and I want you to talk to me about the substance, and I
Why
want
is
you.
any of the
Already
concepts you're
motivated,
employing
right?
conceptual
Why my
explanative or
conditional is the type of
inquiries?
thing that exists, sure. But look, I want to
Yeah,
know, right?
why do
What is your
conditionals
wait?
exist?
I already told you, right? So I want to know what
Wait,
the
can you
contention with
justify
P1
the
is.
reason you gave exists?
I don't. Can I? Yes, it's possible, but will I? I don't
Wait,
see
can
why
you
I have to.
justify why it's possible?
Yeah,
Why
I
are you
can.
begging the question?
I can. Look, I
Wait, that's
can. Right?
begging the question. I'm just
No, 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 no,
asking
no.
you
I
what
said
you're
I
employing
can. I said I
insofar as the
can.
bold talk you're using there, right?
Yo,
Right?
look. I'm
Can
asking
you
you. I'm
justify
telling
why
you, I can.
possibilities exist?
I mean, I don't really have to for me to
Yeah,
ask you a
yes, you do because you're
question.
saying you can. Like
No,
I
no.
want you to justify
Again, look,
that.
this burden spam asking me for like
Wait, can you
justification. I
justify
don't
why
really
I'm
think that like
burden
it
spamming?
really is going to be like the type of thing that's going to be adding to the substance, right? So,
Yeah,
sir, please,
it does
can you
add to
be
the
good
substance
faith
because
and
I'm
like
inquiring
respond to
about
my
the
P1,
concepts you're
sir?
using.
Sir, can you please respond to my P1? No,
Wait,
literally,
can you
Pathos. I'm
justify that you
saying
have a
he's trying to
P1?
be artsy so bad.
No,
Like,
look,
are
bro,
you
no one's trying to be
like?
anybody,
Oh
and the
my
niggas
gosh!
retarded. Look,
Like,
I want
are you gonna
you to
ask
give
me
an
to like
argument.
motivate why
So
I'm
why
conscious
is it the
next? Like,
case
oh my
that you have
goodness.
look, per conceptual eliminatism, I'm saying that maybe it's the case we're hardwired into believing there are any type of concepts, and I'll just be insofar as what you're employing. If it's the case that this hardwiring of this framework or this model is true, then there are no concepts we're referring to. And that's just insofar as what you're employing. I don't have to say or sign off
Sure.
on there being concepts.
Look, if you don't think I adequately answer your question, right?
Yeah,
we can
we
look
can
after.
look. If you want to move
No,
on, we
we can
can. We
ask like
definitely
the
can.
judge or like whatever. If it's the case that look, you said you also added conceptual to your definition. We can also go back into WEC, and also I want to
No,
know,
I
right?
told you
We
that
can
it could
also
fit
ask the
under my
judge if I
model,
have
so there's no
to.
reason to agree
Wait,
with
just to be
that
clear.
understanding
Wait,
of
sure. I
existence.
want to know why is the case
What
that
the
I have
fuck?
to
What do you even
re-answer the
mean by
question?
conceptual? What do you mean by conceptual?
By the way, yeah, I already told you what I meant by conceptual like a long
No,
time
you
ago, sure.
didn't. No, you didn't.
Yeah, I
Did you
did.
just
We
mean
can go
like
back into
mental
WEC.
abstractions?
We can go back into WEC, but look,
Because
I
even
already told
those
you what I
things
meant
under
by
my model would
conceptual.
still correspond. Like
But
it's not a
I already
response.
told you what I meant by conceptual. So I want
No,
you to
you
know.
didn't.
I already answered your question about my P1. So do you have a contention with P1 other than like the
Yeah,
one
I
I
want you to
answered?
prove that. I want you to prove that P1 exists and there exists justification for it.
I already did. Sure. Now you want to contend with the P1, or do you
I
think
want
that
you
the
to
conditional
justify your
follows?
argumentation framework.
Sure. Depends. What argumentation framework do you think I'm presupposing?
Yeah, it's literally embedded into the very. Are you retarded?
Okay, wait. What's embedded, sir? Sure. What's embedded?
Yeah, I assume you're running an MP, right?
Sure. What's embedded though?
Yeah, so I assume when you're running an argument, and I assume like via the argumentation structure, it's monotonic, meaning you're unable to change the conclusion. And I guess within this case,
Sure.
if that is what you're
No, you
running,
can
then I
change. You
will
can change the
require just
conclusion.
oh,
Yeah,
oh,
you can change
do
the
not blunder on
conclusion.
recording. Do not blunder on recording.
Sure. I'm saying, look,
No, do
if
not
it
blunder on
wait, I'm
recording.
not done. I'm saying that I can change the wording. I can change the wording,
Yeah, you can
right?
change the wording, but is this the
Yeah.
case? Yeah, you can definitely change the wording. But the
Yeah,
thing is, what
because
I'm
the
saying
wording,
is
yeah, I'm saying
that
I can change the wording
if
of like
all
my
the premises are
C2.
true within the monotonic argument, then it's impossible for the conclusion to be changed insofar as
Look,
following
I
from the
want to
argument.
know. I mean, you can also assume that I'm using that, but I never
Yeah,
really
I'm saying even
I
if
never affirmed
you're
anything so
using
far.
even if you're
I
running
mean,
an argument
I never
which is
affirmed
that
either though any
look
like theory so
look the way
far.
I'm signing
So
off on this
okay,
argumentation framework
okay,
language is
sure.
that okay, are you done?
Yeah, I said okay, sure.
Yeah, you have some type of structure in which we're drawing an inference off of syntax or meaning. In this case, I'm asking you to warrant the types of concepts you're employing here when you reference that, right? I'm also asking you to justify the conditional existing, which you haven't done, and you've been begging the question for
I
5 minutes
already
straight.
did the second one, sure, but yeah, your
Can you
first.
justify why the
I'll just go.
reasons you gave are viable?
I said I can, sure, right?
Yeah,
But
I'm asking you,
look,
can you do it? Because you're
n-
presupposing that you gave reasons. You're
I
also
already said I
presupposing they
can,
exist.
right? But sure.
Yeah,
I
can
want
you
you to go against my
justify that? And why is it the case that you
P1. I
have
want
the
you to go
ability
against
to
my
do so
P1.
justifies that?
Sure. Can you go against my P?
Just saying it's possible
I
doesn't
never said I have the
justify
current
anything.
ability to.
You
But
can
look,
also say it's possible for something that's negatory to the type of commitments you're making, and then you would just equal out insofar as the
Sure. I
difference,
want you to
right?
go against my premise one, please. Like I'm trying to be in good faith
I'm
as I
saying
can.
that look,
But
just
look,
saying it's possible.
you're asking me
Look, dumbass.
you're asking me a
Just
question that
saying it's
doesn't actually like
possible
go
isn't
against my
enough
argument,
to
especially
say
when
it's
it's the case that I
true.
answered the only one that
Why
could
is it
have
the case that the
possibly
concepts you're
right just
employing have
meant
a
to the
non-zero
argument. But
probability,
I already did it right.
where they
So
fit into the
I want
probability
you to
sample
go against
space?
my P1, pretty please.
If it's the case that the concepts you're employing have a zero probability, they will not fit within the sample space, meaning they're impossible insofar as what they dictate. Now, I would like you to present reasoning for why any of the concepts you're employing have a non-zero probability. I want you to justify why is it the case that you saying it's possible is enough to warrant a justification for the propositions you're making, because I can also assign prior probabilities to
Can you do
another
one at a time,
hypothesis
sure? Oh
or
my gosh,
model
you love
that
hearing
goes
yourself
against our
speak, sure.
hypothesis that negates the type of that negates the type of commitments you're making that also has a non-zero probability. Why is it the case
Okay,
that
sure.
there exists a higher evidential threshold to the type of claims you're making insofar as what you're employing than what I'm running?
Wait, what's your account of evidence when you're talking about evidential threshold here?
Like,
It's
this is what
weaker.
low tiers do. Like proof that
Wait,
justifies a
just be
proposition.
clear. You just asked me a bunch of similar questions like the
Proof
whole
that
time, and you
justifies a
haven't even gone
proposition.
against like a single premise and
Proof
any
that
substantive matter,
justifies a
right? So,
proposition.
sure. I want
What
you to
do
go
you mean
against
by an
like
account of
P1.
evidence? Is this nigga retarded? Can we
Yeah,
conclude?
what do you take evidence to be? Is what I'm saying. What else could I possibly like? What
Bro,
else could I mean?
this
I don't
nigga is
understand.
dumb. Concepts that motivate a point. Not even that, just
Concepts that motivate a
facts.
point.
Yes, it's like you can take them
Wait, I thought
as
you were questioning if concepts are.
look. When
Wait,
someone says
I
I
thought
have
you were questioning if
evidence,
concepts exist. I thought you're conceptual or
when
limitative.
someone says I
Okay,
have
okay,
evidence,
okay. So let's not
tip,
talk over each other. Let's go one by one, okay?
you're just a dumbass. When
no.
Hey,
someone
He's
stop
gonna
says they
like.
have
talking like that,
evidence,
bro.
I'm assuming they're referencing a proposition they have proof for, like reasons to not
Can
even
you
not even
not
just reasons,
insult your opposition
reasons
speaking
to
at this
accept. Oh my god, reasons to accept a belief being true, or rather facts concerning to what they are referencing prior. In this case, when you say I have evidence for X, Y, and Z, what justifies that? Why is it the case that we should converge upon the model you're running here, or the concepts you're employing, and not just something that has a non-zero probability that's negational insofar as the type of concepts you're employing? we could just replace what you're running with something else.
Hold on, let me inquire. Yeah, so sure, right? By the way, I don't see. Can you tell me any like relevant situation towards this, and can you tell me how you go against my
Yeah, the
argument,
reason
buddy,
why
please?
it's relevant, you dumbass nigga, is
As for
because
relevant
Nah,
situation,
bro.
thank you.
the reason why it's relevant is because what you're running is a model that obviously references the type of commands you're running prior. Like this version of more realism is true because of X, Y, and Z reasons. If it's the case that you can't explain why the reasons you're running there are viable and just aren't defective, then I can
What
construe
do you
or
mean by
construct a
viable
model.
here?
Yeah, like in this case, conceptually, I think the good concepts for inquiry that justify the type of things you're referencing, right?
Okay, cool. So is this the type of things that justify what I'm saying? Why they're
Yes,
justified?
I want you to conceptually engineer the type of concepts you're running.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were conceptual limitivish. What happened?
Are you retarded?
No, not really. I thought you wanted to eliminate
No,
conceptual
no,
talk. What
no,
happened,
no,
sir?
no, retard. You can conceptually engineer
Wait.
concepts
I have a question,
while
sir.
still running a type of instrumental objection that was what I
Wait,
was running
also,
before.
wait, you didn't answer my
And
second
by the way,
question.
that could just reference what you're employing. Like, are you
Wait,
retarded?
by the way, my second question wasn't answered.
Yeah, you're a dumbass. I don't think the
Wait,
question was
my second
cognitively
question.
sufficient.
Wait, just to be clear, make something cognitively sufficient and not cognitively sufficient.
You're retarded.
Oh,
Look,
okay.
Oh my
That's the
god, just
the way
that's
you
the
you argued
construct.
criteria,
that.
sir.
Look,
I
the way
mean,
you
you've just been
construct.
burden spamming this whole time. I don't think you've added anything to the substance,
The way you
right?
construct something being cognitively sufficient in the context of IEL is that you can have like a set of declarative sentences and then some type of interrogative conclusion, which typically relates to a question. In this case, I've said several
Interrogative
declarative.
conclusion.
Yeah, in this case, I've said several declarative sentences or premises, propositions, etc. that you're trying to interrogate in your
Wait,
question. So
what am
why
I?
is the
Wait, just to
case
be
it's
clear.
cognitively sufficient?
What am I interrogating? And can you still answer
Yeah,
my second question?
you're trying to request information regarding the declarative
Well, no,
sentences.
I said, what am I interrogating? Also, can you answer my second
Yeah,
question,
what I
please?
was running before, retard.
What were you running before? And also, can you answer my
Yeah,
second
cognitive
question?
eliminativism, and then the other
Wait.
objection.
Also, wait. You said you ran that before.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, what's your thesis? And also, can you answer my second question, please?
What do you mean by what's the thesis?
What's the thesis of that view, sir? That's what I kind of mean. When I say thesis, I'm saying what's like the core.
This nigga
Wait,
is a
yeah.
dumbass.
Wait, when I was about to say what I meant by thesis, right? So when I say
Look.
thesis, I'm asking you for like
The
the main like
claim
core
that's
idea
being
that
made.
the. Wait, sure.
Look.
You just asked me what I mean by thesis.
All the
I'm trying to
objection
tell you and
says.
answer your question, but
All the
are you
objection
trying to give me another
says.
like 5 burdens that like don't
All
contend with my
no, I'm
argument,
not
sir?
retarded. All the objection is
Okay, this
saying
should be clear.
is that conceptual eliminativism is an erroneous or defective position to take if it's being used instrumentally. Just saying, insofar as the concepts you're employing, why is it the case that any of those type of concepts running the word, and not just like I said, insofar as what you're employing actually exists within the dispute? Look, that's not erroneous
Sure,
to what I was saying before, and
sure,
you can still conceptually engineer or give reasons for
sure,
why the
sure, sure,
concepts are
sure.
running or something we
So
could
I
converge
asked
upon.
you. I mean, you asked me what the thesis was, right? And I was trying to explain it to you, but I guess you didn't want to hear it. So I guess I won't tell you what I mean by thesis.
So
So
why is it the case that
I'll ask you for
a
the answer to my
position
second question for like the fifth time, please, sir.
that
Thank you.
negates the concepts you're using that has a non-zero probability
Okay, that's
isn't
the answer to
of
my second question.
equal evidential threshold insofar as the type of propositions you're making there for either
Wait, is that the answer to
hypothesis
my
or model?
question, sir?
You retard. Can we conclude?
Wait, I just want to know
Oh
what the
my
contention is with my
god.
P1, sir.
I
Can you
just
even
gave
wait?
like
Can
8
you
different
repeat to my
objections.
P? Can you repeat me back what my P1 was? Thank you.
You're an idiot.
That's my P1. I didn't know that.
Can we
Okay,
conclude?
Careless, let's stop insulting or we could just
Wait, I
end
just
this right
want to know
now.
like the contention,
I'm
right,
trying
with
to
my
conclude.
argument.
Moderator here. He wants to
Can we
Yo,
conclude.
Airy
conclude?
bro,
Do
airy
you want
bro.
to
I want to
conclude?
conclude
Can
once
we
my
force
argument is
conclusions? Can we
finished.
force
Okay,
conclusions?
You want to
so
force
then
conclusion?
the no
Okay.
point
No, I don't
conclude.
agree to
Who's
force
judge?
conclusions.
Judge, you don't
Why is he
agree?
yelling? Why is he yelling?
Sorry.
Um,
Please don't be rude
can
to
you
me. This is
can you
my
tell?
job. So do you want
It
to?
was a
Yes or no?
Your job is to yell.
No,
Also,
no,
Yeah.
mute
she
Careless,
has to
please.
yell because you have a loud mic.
No,
Like your
I
mic
Is
also
it a
isn't
I
yes
that.
never
or a
agreed to
no?
her to be
Why am I
moderation.
muted, bro?
Can you
I never agreed
please
Trader Joe to
stop
be
crying?
moderation.
I'm asking you, do you
I
want
never
to force
agreed.
conclusions? Yes or no?
Yeah. Force it, force
No,
it.
I don't
I'm not
agree. I don't
asking you,
agree.
Careless. I'm
We're
asking him.
not going
Okay, he
nowhere. Force
said no.
conclusions.
So
No,
who's
but
the
look,
judge, Careless?
wait,
It's
not you.
Pesos,
You're
bro.
not the judge,
Pesos. We
Trader
haven't
Joe.
gone. We
Trader
Pesos?
haven't
Joe, you're
gone
not the
nowhere the
judge.
whole debate, bro.
Pesos,
Conclude,
do you
Yeah.
want to force conclusions as the judge? Because
please.
Mata
Force.
can't.
I want to talk.
Yeah,
Pathos
you
is the
better
Hey,
hurry up,
judge.
bro.
No,
For
Hurry
yes,
up,
he
Pathos
bro.
is
is.
the
He's the
judge.
judge. I agree
yeah.
to.
Pat, those
Yeah,
Okay,
look,
we're gonna force
wait.
What is the judge?
conclusions.
Bro,
I'm
bro, what do you
muting
mean for?
Justin
Hold
and
on, one sec,
Walker.
Ari, one sec. I just want what's his name? I want BitterFork to kind of finish off on this point, and then once he gets this off, we're gonna conclude.
Okay.
Okay, so wait, is this like a closing or is this like? Why is she still yelling?
No, this isn't your closing. This is I'm letting you get your
this is
final
like
point
my
off.
final point. Okay, so look,
Yeah.
what I was trying to like finish, was like, look, okay, I kind of already, I believe I sufficiently answered. I was trying to get the judge's opinion just so we can move forward, but I guess maybe he didn't hear me. So like my whole point with this was, look, I think I sufficiently answered why the proposition exists, and then he tried to put on. I could count probably at least like 30 random burdens that don't actually go against my P1, and also. Look, I already answered your first question, which was actually pretty relevant to my P1. I'll give you that. But the rest, like 25, weren't really that relevant. And then you try to go in like I don't even know if that's meta. That's more, I don't even know. But look, that was like completely random, like irrelevant to like my premise. I actually wanted to get my
Is he
like,
done?
no, I'm not done.
No.
I also wanted to get my premise two, and my two conclusions in. But look, it seems to be a case that I'm not trying to be mean to you, but maybe you're a little scared of my other two premises because you want to employ 58 burdens like you're artsy or something, but you're not artsy. And yeah, that's pretty much my whole point.
Is that it?
Yeah, when I finish my sentence, that means I'm done. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, we can probably conclude he has not presented the evidence, and it is definitely relevant because it concerns the core components of the argument you're running, which is this is confirmational towards X, Y, and Z because of the X reasons you were including. In this case, this is just insofar as what you're employing because you want to say what you're running within the argument justifies your position, which is wisely the case that since I assume I'm agnostic or taking some negation position, why is it the case that there is a higher evidential threshold for the type of concepts you're running there, or the model or hypothesis that you're running when you sign off on moralism or etc.? And what justifies your argumentation framework you're running there to make the inference? And what justifies the inferential norms you're using there to sign off on the type of conclusion that's being derived within your argument?
Okay, is that like your final point, or are we forcing conclusions?
Yeah. That was just the final point that you guys are good enough. So I
Okay.
mean, you can start with
those
your
were.
closings.
I mean, yeah. I guess. I mean, it's gonna be okay. I guess I'll start since I talk about the debate first. So look, I guess we'll force conclusions. It's gonna be similar to my last point. Insofar as saying that these 58 burdens that he was trying to give me weren't relevant. I answered the one about existence. I didn't really get a chance to answer the one about he was talking about me about my evidence, like he was just talking about and why these type of things are going to be justified. But I asked him, what does he mean by justification? He asked me anything you take a good reason to be, and then you change a definition again. You can go into rec and listen to that. But I don't know what kind of substance he provided. He didn't actually really give me a counter. It's more like a Q&A pop quiz about irrelevant burdens. And yeah, I think he was scared that my other two premises would have killed him. But I'll try to be nice here. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Are you done?
Obviously, he's
Everybody
done.
server again. Shut up, bitch.
You
All right,
shut
look.
up.
So, the first objection, conceptual limitativism, which was being used heuristically. I'm not collapsing all the concepts we're employing with an inquirer, but just referencing by what he's employing. If it's the case, he takes it that there are any concepts there. A prerequisite of existence I already signed off on is
Confused.
Am I yagging or no?
Careless.
No,
They
he's
just they went
lagging.
quiet. Yeah, let him hold on.
Well, rest in peace, Careless. Oh, are you
hold
here?
on. The fine hole was calling. So, look, so listen. So the way I was running conceptual limitativism is that we just take it that the concepts or what he's employing is what's in question insofar as their existence. So that doesn't make me have these weird imaginary agreements to that there are actually do exist concepts. I'm just saying maybe we're hardwired into believing there are any concepts, and that's just by what he's employing. The second objection is that why is it the case that there can't be an hypothesis or model that has a non-zero probability we can assign prior towards is insofar as what he was employing not equal out in terms of the principle of a difference And why is it the case that there's a higher evidence threshold for the type of concepts he was employing? And that's just insofar as argumentation framework or any of the concepts he was using, even when he says like, oh, it exists conceptually. What's in question is if it exists at all. Didn't prove it exists. He just begged the question like 8 different times. And even under his own criterion on the Talenton, why is it the case that it has conceptual status? Didn't justify that. He didn't justify why is it the case he has a conditional within his argument. He didn't justify the inferential norms that he's running within his argument. Just begging the question. Pretty bad.
Okay.
And then that's it.
Okay.